Good morning. So it's Friday. It's time to do the first Flexy Friday, so that's going to be week 0, so the starting point of it. I'll go over what the aims are and what I hope to achieve, and then we can see how flexible I am at the moment, so you can see the starting point. And I'll go through some of the stretches and exercises that I'm going to be doing, and we'll see how it goes from there. So, I don't stretch that much. At one point I used to stretch a lot, and then I tore my hip flexor, and ever since then, this was years ago, but ever since then I just stopped stretching properly, even though I probably should have stretched more to get it back to where it was, because it's really tight at the moment. As I'm getting older and I'm kind of getting to the point in tricking now where if I don't increase my flexibility, then I won't be able to do a lot of tricks, and a lot of tricks are going to be a lot harder for me as well. It's really hard for me to do any kind of box cutter style trick, because I just can't get my leg to come out in the right place, because my mind wants to do like a really good turned over hook kick in correct positioning, and then it tries to get into that place and it doesn't come out. It just comes out with a really bent chamber instead. So if I want to do that, or even just basic kicks like having a nice jackknife, cheat sevens, any outside kick is quite hard for me. Inside is no problem, outside is really difficult. So as well as that, obviously, yeah, if I'm getting older, then if I'm not flexible and I'm just stiff and wrecking myself, then it's not gonna give me the longevity that I want, because I want to be able to trick for much longer than I'm 26 now, so I wouldn't mind tricking for at least 5 to 10 years. I think that's a decent range of what's doable. So I'm going to measure out how far I can go now in side splits and both front splits as well. I'm going to be doing a wide range of exercises and stretches. I might change them up week to week. I'm not quite sure which ones I'm going to do at the moment. I think for the first week I'm just going to play around and make sure I stretch every day, and then when I come back next Friday, I think I'll probably have wrote down a routine or something so we can go over it. I'll be able to show you the stretches, but for this week it's just a starting point to see where I am. Right, let's see how bad I am at all the splits right now. Note, did trick last night, stretched last night, so I don't feel too sore this morning, but I'm a little bit tight, and I've just woke up, so it's in the morning, so I might be a little bit less flexible than I normally am, but by all means I'm not flexible anyway, so you'll be able to see. So I've just done a little warm up, just done a few leg raises, a little bit of jogging on the spot just to get some blood in my legs, getting moving around. Otherwise I might hurt myself or do something. It's always important to warm up before you stretch, even if you're just doing a little kind of example stretch like this. If you don't warm up, then you could hurt yourself. So we'll go for middle split or side split. Let's see. So I'm starting to feel it here. And it's about there. That's where I'm getting stuck, and my ass is starting to go out backwards, and that's not good. You want to keep your pelvis pushed forwards. That was middle split. As you can see, not very flexible at all, which is half the reason why hook kick things are really hard for me. I'm gonna do middle split now. Because I'm on wooden floor, I'm just gonna grab a little soft blanket to make it a bit easier. Okay, so Going to do front split with my right leg forwards now. So again, even just standing up in this stretch is really hard for me. I'm not very flexible at all. There's a big pull on my hamstring. I don't feel that one so much in my hip flexor, it's more in my hamstring, so that might be more of a hamstring issue on that side. And then we'll try with the left leg forwards. Oh, my calves are so tight today. Again, super inflexible. Oh. And I feel like quite a lot in my hamstring rather than my hip flexor and my quads. So I'll probably target quite a lot of hamstring style flex for that. I mean, I know when I'm doing it, I'm pushing down into the hamstring stretch a lot more than the hip flexor stretch. But I feel like the hip flexor stretch engages a lot later. So when you're going down, I feel like you always kind of feel it on the hamstring a lot more, and then right at the end you'll kind of stretch out the hip flexor to push your pelvis straight into the ground. So aims for this week are going to be obviously stretch everything. I'm going to be stretching not just front splits and side splits, I'm going to be doing all around my hips, because what I think is really important is that when you're stretching, if you're just stretching one position, kind of like front split or the other split or middle split, then you're only gaining flexibility in those specific lines. And obviously because of tricking and your legs going everywhere and you're having to throw at weird angles, you don't just need the front or the back, you need all around the side and even kind of up your obliques and stuff like that as well. So I'm going to be targeting my whole middle region with all the stretches. But I'll focus on some hamstring flexibility and see how it goes. So yeah, quick video this week, just so you can see where the starting point is. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get those stretches done. I'll record clips of me stretching a little bit every day so you can see what kind of stretches and stuff I'm doing and make sure I'm still doing them day by day. And then every Friday I'll make a video like this where I just do a quick recap and you can just see how flexible I am then. It'll be good for me because I'll be able to visually see how much I'm gaining. You'll be able to see as well, and you can join along as well if you want. Maybe after a few weeks to see if it's actually working or not, I'll write down a routine of the stretches that I'm doing, and we can all do it together and we can get flexible, because everyone wants a jack life like Anise anyway, don't they? So cool. Bad starting point. Let's see where it goes from here.